Hi everyone, thanks so much. It's time for our daily reflection. We reflect every day after our walk, and thanks so much for joining me on the walk today. I appreciate that. Today's walk, I talked to you a little bit about what happens when people their problems become your problems. And I was debating on the title for our reflection. I went back and forth with the title, but the reality is it's very appropriately titled, How to Stop People from Using You as an Emotional Tampon. Again, I really try to keep it refreshing and uplifting, but that's really the only appropriate title I could come up with, because when people are using you in that way, that's what it feels like. It's like, I'm going to use you for my own specific purpose. And sometimes that's a deeply intimate purpose. And then I'm just going to toss you aside. And I'm not going to consider what you need, your desires. I'm not going to consider that you need to be heard as well. And it feels bad. It really feels bad. And I will certainly raise my hand. There was definitely a time that I was used in this way by more than one person. These ultimate dump jobs didn't feel good at all. And I have to tell you, as I evolved and realized the importance of balance and equilibrium and equity in life, I stopped allowing people to do that. I wrote in one of my books, there was a point in time, I wouldn't say they were friends. I say it was like a caseload. And there are people, they will detect this yummy, delicious energy, this inviting, comforting energy that you may have, being a good listener, being accommodating, wanting to be helpful, and they will take full advantage of it, folks, if you allow it. So I want to talk about what you can do to stop that, what you can do to stop it. And, the advice, I can't overstate it or oversimplify it. What you stop doing is you stop making yourself available. You stop making yourself available for these dump jobs. I remember this was actually a colleague, and we had become somewhat friendly. And you guys, I really had to cut it off, because I noticed, we're sitting down, it was never any questions. She would just go on and on and on about her issues and about her problems. And you guys know I'm really good at advice and good at listening, and that was fine enough, but there was never any reciprocity. How are you doing? What's going on in your life? What's happening your way? And literally, I would get up from the lunch table, and I was fatigued. Physical fatigue. These people will drain you. So I have to tell you, one of the things, and I'm really so pleased with this, the relationships I have on the interior of my life, they're all affirming, reciprocal, very respectful. That energy is balanced. There's a give and take. There's listening. There's talking. There's sharing. And I have to tell you, folks, how I clean that aspect of my life up. I just stopped making myself available. I just stopped making myself available. In some instances, the phone calls not getting returned. It's not fun or reaffirming to talk to you because you want to engage in a dump job. So I have to tell you, people will use you in a lot of different ways if you allow it. And there are ways, we all use each other, but when there's nothing coming back, folks, that's not balanced, it's not healthy, it's not good, it's certainly not what God wants for you. And sometimes these people, they're left alone enough and they figure out, wow, maybe I need to clean up my act. And if you don't, you do end up in isolation until you hit the smart rock. So I want the best for you. I want you to just, look at things. The reflective question for today is, who am I allowing to use me as a dump site or as an emotional tampon? And I need to cut that off. Who is that, and what do I need to do? And if you don't have any of that work to do, just celebrate your awesome choices. It is starting to rain. Thank God for holding off the downpour on me. You guys, this has been The Reflection. Take care of yourself. You are not a dump site. I will connect with you soon.